Boys on the property market.
That's it.
Give him a little round of applause, boys in the back.
Got all the way through, completed, and then the mortgage company pulled out, and it was like that routine gets broken. I start getting like waggy and irritable.
I'm gonna say it for me, best trilogy.
I'd agree with that.
He's going with it.
You can either give a man a fish or teach him how to fish.
Yeah.
Well, today's that day, innit? I'm going to teach you how to fish. You always look at other people and say, oh, I wish I could do that. Or well, you can do that.
You can.
That's the problem. Believe you can do better. Believe you can do it. Just be better day by day.
Yeah. Well, we'll start it up.
Let's do it.
Hello and welcome to Fijian the Ginge. I'm your host, Fijian.
I wasn't ready for that.
Do you know it feels so weird doing this.
It's been long.
Ages.
I don't think it's been like over a month since we last filmed.
Yeah, when was that one?
Ages ago.
Ages.
It was way before we were not booking anything in because I was moving.
Huh?
When's this coming out?
This one?
Yeah.
Wednesday.
No one's watched it, have they?
Nah, because it ain't out. Just keep saying his fucking name, why don't you?
I said it. I said it.
But it don't matter anyway because it's going to be out. But yeah, it's been since then. So what, maybe 5 weeks?
Easily 5 weeks.
Easily 5 weeks. Then
Easy
obviously
5
the
weeks.
moving.
Yeah, so that's why it's been 5
boys
weeks.
on the property market.
That's it.
Give
Mate.
him a little round of applause, boys in the back.
Finally bought my first place. Yeah, it's been good, man.
What's the process like? What's it
Long,
been like?
stressful. Well, fucking stressful to be fair, because I've had the first mortgage I got all the way through, completed, and then the mortgage company pulled out, and it was like, fuck it now. So like, I was like, shit. So now I had to try and get another mortgage, like quite last minute. So I was proper stressful. Yeah, because it was like, shit, I've told the landlord I'm out now, I haven't got a mortgage. Oh, fuck. But then luckily I applied, they put me in. Basically, what happened is I had a mortgage with Nationwide, and they changed their criteria last minute. Well, just like across the board. Yeah. And I didn't fit, before they released the funds, I didn't fit their criteria anymore. So they basically said I can't have the mortgage, but then because there's a lot of people buying houses, the mortgage companies are like they're competing for the work that all the banks. So straight away Santander just got in touch and they were like, we'll take you on. So then I went through with Santander, and then I got that, and then it all just sailed straight through, and I got the keys on the 22nd. But then all they'd done is just latex the floor, so I had to get flooring put in. So they come in on the 23rd, put all the flooring down and carpeted that. Done a beautiful job. Shout out to Right Floors in Luton, Latimer Road. Get to them for your flooring. Right Floors.
Use code Fijian the Ginge for 10% off.
Free G at Ginge for 10% off.
That is not actually a discount code.
But
if the boys want to hook us up with a little discount, then I'll be
definitely.
happy to shout it out.
But now, everything's going well now. Everything's so fucking expensive.
I didn't realise when you told me about the flooring. I thought new builds come with carpet and that.
See, this is what I thought, and this is the whole thing around new builds. Yeah, you need to watch what's going on if you're buying the new build. It doesn't come with any appliances in the kitchen. So all you get in the kitchen, but I got a deal with mine. But all you would get in the kitchen if you didn't if you didn't try and get a deal out of them, and because what you got to remember is you want to get a deal out of them because they want to sell you this flat as much as you want to buy it. So you can negotiate stuff with them. But people think because it's a new build, you can't negotiate with them.
It's just set in stone.
That's bollocks. You can negotiate with them. So, but if you went to just buy a new build, you don't get. All you would do is you'd get a kitchen, but you wouldn't get any. You just get an oven, and that's it. And then obviously all
no
the
fridge.
No fridge. That's all the appliances I got. So basically, with mine, I got all the appliances like thrown in as part of the deal. So I got like an integrated fridge freezer, an integrated washing machine, an integrated dishwasher, shit like that. And then also it don't come with any floor, which is not. You think you're buying a new place and you think, oh, that's going to be lovely, but it don't come with any floor.
Well, obviously when we work on new builds and we're painting and that, and then like pretty much, I thought it was 100% of the houses had to get carpeted. It's only HA.
Yeah, like for Simmons and that, you have to pay for your own mastic. You have to pay for everything. Everything's a fucking extra.
Is it?
Everything.
Mastic. Oi, let me tell you a quick story, yeah? We were on site a couple months ago, and we were in this unit, and we were just standing there, and we were having a little conversation, yeah? There's about 4 of us, we were standing there, and these 2 mastic men are masticing around the doors, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching him, and he's got this stick, and he's masticing around the doors, and then he goes, puts it in his mouth, puts the fucking stick in his mouth, and then he does that, and then he carries on doing it, and then he goes again, does it again, and I'm like, I was like, I'm tapping, obviously, because he's right in front of me. I'm tapping Jordan. I'm like, Jordan's like, what? I'm like, and the geezer's like, I'm like, sucking the fucking stick.
I do. If I'm like silicone around like something, no, I spit on my finger.
But then you wouldn't do the silicone and then go put it back in your mouth.
No, I'd wipe my finger if it's got and then spit on it again and do it again. I wouldn't put it back in my mouth.
He had this stick and he's doing that and he was eating fucking
weirdo.
as far as I know.
Fucking weirdo.
But yeah, so the carpets and that don't come with it, so it's only HAs then.
Yeah, so no, mine just come with no floors. So when I got the keys on the Tuesday, I walked in, it was just like screeded, latex. And then they come in, carpeted it, and floored it in one day.
What was it like, the feeling, you know, like everything's over? Like,
Surreal.
You've got all the stuff in, because obviously the moving process is shit, isn't it? So you've got all the
Yeah, so once I got in there, I remember the first night I stayed in there, which was on the Wednesday night, and it was like, this is fucking weird. It was surreal.
Could
it
you
was
not
like,
sleep?
Nah.
Nah.
I couldn't sleep, nah. I was like, excited, a bit anxious, didn't really, because obviously it's all sort of new, and then there's so much responsibility riding on it now. So like, because there's bills and stuff to pay, and I'm like, fucking hell, this is intense.
You've got a mortgage.
Yeah.
Like, you've got a fucking mortgage.
But
He's got a mortgage. Liam, the Ginge.
But 30 years, I think. But it's on, at the minute, I'm on a 5-year fixed rate. So I
That's a
paid
good
this.
thing.
Yeah, I
Fixed
said I
rate's
have
good,
to get
yeah.
a fixed rate.
Fixed rate's good.
So I've got a 5-year fixed rate. But obviously, after that 5 years, we'll negotiate. And it just depends if we've gone to war or not by that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
It might not even be standing in a year.
And then the mortgage means nothing.
Yeah, it don't mean anything.
all
yeah.
that hard work, all that heartache for fuck all. Obviously, it's horrible and disgusting, and any war's disgusting. But it's the people who get fucking shafted are the people who make the country run.
The normal people.
The normal people who do everything by the rules, who go to work, who pay their taxes, and it's us who then. So the governments point us into a direction and go over something we have no control in. It's not like we have a massive vote in what direction the country goes in. They just point us into a direction and go, oh yeah, we're in a war now, so get your fucking weapons and go join up. Do you know what I mean? It's bullshit. That's what's bullshit about, because the average Joes get shafted. So
It's always the normal people that get affected, isn't it? So
unless I'm seeing, I was talking about it the other day. I was like, what would actually happen? Like, I've always said I would never go into the war, I'd never fight for bullshit reasons, because it's always over bullshit reasons.
you're fighting someone else's war, aren't you?
And I was like, but then I sat here and thought about it. I was like, if another country actually come to invade England,
Scott.
yeah, and all the women were leaving and the men were here, and it was like, yeah, it's time to nut up or shut up. Like, would you actually stay and fight though? Like,
You'd have to, wouldn't you?
So our army should be big enough anyway.
to deal with the situation.
Yeah, unless it actually proper fight like hairy, but our army is quite big. But you want peace anyway.
Yeah.
We don't need war. Bro. Like,
We've had too much drama over the last fucking 3 years.
Look at the history of wars, like you said earlier. Look,
Speak louder though, because obviously this
they
mic has
just
to
got
pick it.
Afghanistan, yeah. And look, how long was you there for in Afghanistan?
And they've taken it over again.
And look, the Taliban are just taking over. Like, money generates war. It's money. Big. Oh, we're not going to go into.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't bother. There's a lot more to what people see. That's what I mean. People just see Ukraine, Russia. There's a lot more to the story, and a lot of people don't know. You just listen to the news and the propaganda. There's a lot more to the story. I'm not saying it's right on both fronts, but no war's right. Yemen weren't right when they got bombed the other day. Syria ain't right when they're getting bombed. Like, you know what I mean? But all of a sudden, we just want to look at Ukraine. Like, look at the years, mate. There's 10 years. There's loads of years. So
War don't work.
the war don't work. Just peace, mate. You know what I mean? But more people like us need to be standing up for it. And that's the honest truth. Otherwise, you got to remember, you got little people, these little politicians, and that dictate all of us. That one person who's got an ego, he could be an egomaniac. He dictates us. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's a sad truth.
It is. That's what we're saying. Like, the politicians point you into the direction, and we, at the end of the day.
Do you know what though? I could get behind Ukraine if I was Ukrainian, because their prime minister's on the fucking.
No, this is what I was saying. This is
Like,
what I was
you could get
saying.
behind that. Imagine Boris.
This is exactly what
Let's
I
go,
was-
Boris.
This is.
I'll gear up if Boris gears
No,
up.
this is exactly what I was saying. I was like, and I think this is why, obviously, Winston Churchill in that time, I don't want to get into that. He done horrible things, whatever. But
Did he?
Well, yeah, he said pretty fucked up things, but I'm not going to get into that. But at the end of the day, he did fight in the First World War.
Yeah, he did.
That's why people loved.
He was
He's captured. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why actual English people love
Yeah.
him because of stuff
Without
like that.
people like him, we wouldn't be where we are today.
But
It's what, even though we said things he shouldn't have said.
yeah, no, obviously, yeah, he's done shit. But say if Boris Johnson come out and was like, "We're going to war," and he's standing on that front line, then there's more of like a.
You're gonna get
I can get behind that, but that fucking absolute galoof. He'll be the first one to fuck off.
He'd be in a bunker, mate.
He'd be in a bunker, that big galoof, doing his little 2-minute segments on the BBC News. You see him speaking Ukrainian the other day?
No, I don't. The guy's a fucking imbecile, isn't he?
He's just a fucking. He is the village idiot.
He is a village idiot. Yeah, he's just he is an idiot. He is an idiot. But yeah, I could get behind that if he was gonna say like, yeah, we're all going into this. He was already ready to go in, and yeah.
Yeah, that Ukrainian Don's, he's on the front line.
Yeah.
And you got the Klitschko's going back.
Usyk,
yeah.
Have you seen that fucking Miss Ukraine as well? Like, she's there. Like, the Miss Ukraine, is... I saw a thing on her on Snapchat. She's got, like, an AK-47, and she's, like, fighting.
Fucking hell. But didn't you say that the Eastern European countries do, like, military service?
Yeah, a lot of them do have to do military service.
So they already know. So do a lot of them already know how to fight then?
I know, like, Romania and stuff like that.
I do national service.
You have to do that, yeah. Well, after you left school, you have to. Syrians and that done it. A lot of countries do it. But
that probably is a good, but then you're not thinking there's going to be a fucking after the Second World War. You're thinking
it's going to go.
Probably shouldn't be another world war, should they? Especially with the nukes and that.
Yeah, but I think because you're so.
This thing
yeah.
with.
Talking about that.
I don't.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't even
mad.
try to get
when
worried
when Putin
about...
was saying shit like that.
It's like we're in a dream. You got Corona. Oh shit. You got. Take two. You got that dirty, and now you got this. It's like never-ending barrage for the people. Like we're just getting shagged.
It's perfectly timed, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a perfect chess move from Putin.
Yeah, but you
It's been planned.
Yeah. It's a perfect move. What do you think? Well, everyone else, so you not see like where everyone else was fucking all caught up in COVID and that. He's been investing in his military.
Has he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to remember this Ukraine thing. This ain't the news.
They've been planning it.
2014.
You know, these days you can't say a lot because
today, yeah, but you didn't real podcast. What do you want it to be? You want it to be fucking sensitized or what? It's meant to be a podcast. It's real, isn't it? Like if you're gonna cry about all these little things, then there's no you're not being yourself already.
it's the Dickinson's real deal.
Yeah, it's fair enough about stupid
Yeah.
You can't worry too much about this, that, because people are gonna like.
But the fact that we've even got to do this just goes to show that in this country we do not have freedom of speech.
No.
Yeah.
The fact we've even got to think, shit, I can't say that. That's not freedom of speech.
Or like, if I say this, I don't know how people are going to react, so
Yeah.
I might not put it in.
That's not freedom of speech. So is this a democracy or a fucking dictatorship?
And I'm not saying that wrong things are right things, but I actually get a bit paranoid. Like, you asked me the other day, you goes, what are we going to speak about? I was like, don't really want to talk about Ukraine, that because I don't know a lot about it. I don't want to say the wrong things. I don't want
things.
to come across being... Obviously, I
Exactly.
can be a bit of a funny guy sometimes, maybe be a bit insensitive.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
very sensitive subject. I don't really want to...
People are actually dying.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
fucked. And some more cheerful things.
Yeah.
Luton Town.
Luton Town promotion push. They lost yesterday, Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
But...
Well, firstly, should we talk about the Chelsea game? What a game. What a game. I mean, I honestly thought that that when we went 2-1 up, I thought we'll see this out. And then when we started the second half, I thought we looked good. But I always knew that we were going to tire. If we couldn't maintain that we just couldn't maintain it. So I knew we were going to tire. And as soon as Chelsea scored the equaliser, I knew.
Yeah.
I knew it weren't going penalties.
Do you know what it was for me? I feel like we burnt out. He made a lot of changes, and we burnt out after like 60 minutes.
Yeah.
But I thought we give them the game.
We competed.
Chelsea were awful.
Were they though? Or were Luton just good?
I don't know, but Chelsea did not look that good.
No.
I don't know if it was the game plan or something. They look bad. But then when you watch it as a fan, it's hard to...
Yeah, you're biased.
a bit biased because I see stats. I thought Luton was playing good. And then I see stats and it was like Luton had 82 passes and Chelsea had like 500 or something.
Yeah, but the thing
But
is,
the
though,
stats, they didn't tell the game. They didn't tell the story
you
of the
can pass
game.
the ball across the back four, like just from side to side. You can do that over and over again. It don't mean you're winning the game.
No.
It just means you're just passing the ball side to side, but you're not actually doing anything with it. Like people think just because you got the ball that you're playing well. No.
Yeah, no.
It's what you do with it.
But they showed courage. They went for it.
Yeah.
You gave the fans 2 goals to celebrate.
Well,
packed out arena.
the atmosphere was just. They were
Through the
actually.
TV,
They
it
were
was
saying. I'm
amazing,
pretty sure
so-
Gary Lineker said before the game, like, because obviously he's played there. Because Kenilworth Road's obviously
Yeah,
it's really
iconic
old. It's an iconic ground, and he said it's one of the most atmospheric
grounds.
stadiums in the country.
Yeah,
And it really like you can
it's
see
small
you
and
can,
compact.
and the crowd is like on the pitch.
Yeah.
Like they're so like compact.
yeah,
in
there's
there.
no room.
No,
Like,
and it's
when
so
they're
like
taking
loud.
throw-ins, There's no
yeah,
room.
you
is
know,
there?
it, like someone says something to you, you're gonna hear it.
Yeah,
Like the players are gonna hear it because they're literally there.
yeah.
So like the atmosphere did look mental, and they kept commenting like all the like Lineker and because Shearer and Micah Richards because they were all there, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were saying about the atmosphere and like the fans have been like mental and that.
And then the Middlesbrough
Yeah,
lost yesterday, but we're still 2 points away from the playoffs.
it's gonna happen, isn't it?
That is.
And you know what's
mad.
going to happen? Watford are coming down for
Watford
sure.
are coming down.
For sure. There's no doubt in my mind Watford are going
Watford
down.
are coming down.
What is the score,
But
by
I'd
the way?
love. Who's the Watford score?
Watford, what is it?
3-1
3-1
Arsenal.
to Arsenal. There
You're
you go.
fucking gone, you Hornets. We'll see you next year. Well, we might go up.
No, we might be
we
seeing
might go
you
up.
next
We
year.
might not be seeing you next year.
We're going up.
The town are going up.
But if Luton get into the playoffs, I fancy Luton in the playoffs.
Same.
Big day out as well.
Yeah.
Get to Wembley.
Away game for the second leg.
Yeah.
'Cause I
hopefully.
doubt you get a home ticket, especially
No.
me or you.
I couldn't get. I tried signing people to get
Yeah,
tickets.
so did
No,
I.
you know, Patso, he called up the ticket office on the day, and they had one ticket left.
Yeah.
But I thought that you couldn't get because I spoke to Peter, who's a season ticket at work, and a few other people who were season ticket holders, and they were like, "No, we can't really get them because they had to sell the whole Oak Road out." To Chelsea.
Maybe they just had tickets left.
And it just by chance they had
Yeah.
one. Probably because not everyone was probably thinking the same thing. And didn't bother calling the ticket
no,
office.
That's what I didn't.
Like no one bothered calling the ticket office thinking there's no tickets. But
Yeah.
obviously, if you called the ticket office, you would have got a ticket.
I kind
It's
of like
fucking
that
mental.
rule though that they done.
What?
It was fair. You know, with the 7, it only went on general sale to people who have gone to like 7 or more games.
Yeah, of
That's
course it is.
fair,
That
isn't
is
it? 'Cause
fair.
Everyone and their mum and dad wants to go to like Luton. Chelsea
Oh, of
games.
course, yeah,
So
definitely.
that's why I'm hoping it's a decent away game. I try getting an away ticket because it'd
Yeah.
be easier to get an away ticket.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Supposed to be going Coventry on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What, Todd?
yeah.
When?
But maybe.
Maybe. Have you spoken to him? Have you?
Yeah, but
Oh,
I
nice.
don't really. But not for any. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go and watch the game, but not for like anything else, like
Oh,
the
that'd be
video or
nice.
anything. or
That'd be
anything.
good.
But because Dad wanted to go, but I'm not 100% sure. It's
You
just a
don't?
bit like on Tuesday. I don't really want to
It's
go.
a long way to go on a
and then
Tuesday
come
night, man.
back
Fuck
and-
that. Well, not I say fuck that.
It's not long.
It's,
It's about an hour, but it's just like
on a Tuesday night.
Yeah,
you
I
work
don't know if I
Wednesday.
want to-
I don't like doing anything in the evenings, like late, if I'm got work the next
Yeah.
day. Because I have like a routine that has to be maintained. And if that routine gets broken, I start getting like waggy and irritable. And everything pisses me off. But no, yeah, it's good. And hopefully, yeah, Luton, I think
it's there.
should get in the playoffs.
Even if we don't go up, a playoff run, hopefully at Wembley, that would just be good. It's just good now because there's something to play for. Like we're not sitting at 10th or something like that, where there's nothing to play. We're just kind of
you're not going
you're not
up,
going
you're not going down.
It's just
You just
passing
sort of,
the time.
you're
It's
just
better
there.
when football's better when there's something to play for it now. And there is something to fucking play.
It's something to get for the fans to get behind.
Yeah, and we've got all the teams around us, so it's on us.
Yeah, it's down
you
to
beat the
Luton.
teams, you go.
My only concern as well is with Luton, if they don't go up, then people will come in for their players.
Yeah, but Luton have been good at getting free players and that.
Yeah,
'Cause we haven't got
their
a massive
recruitment
budget.
seems to be really,
the
really
recruitment's
good down there.
Snodgrass, what a
What
signing!
a signing!
What a signing!
I mean, to say it's mental that Robert Snodgrass is
Robert
playing for Luton
Snodgrass,
Town.
and he's a leader.
Yeah.
you when he was at West Ham, like he's a leader. This guy,
It's
Robert
mental.
Snodgrass. That is a
Brilliant signing.
If anyone's watching or anyone's got a little link to Robert Snodgrass, get him. I need this man on the pod.
I reckon we could
Any
get.
of
I
them.
reckon we could get something from Luton Town.
I'm trying. I don't have no connections to any of them.
The only way you could do it is from down finger.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that when they're down doing a recovery and go up to someone and it's a bit awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, but no pain, no gain.
Yeah, no, but that would be good, man. I would love to.
To get any of them
Yeah,
on.
anyone. Nathan Jones would be. Mick Hart would be.
Mick would be.
mad,
Mick
man,
would
but Nathan
be.
Jones
Mick
would be. To even
quality.
dive into that about what it was like when you made the decision to go to Stoke. Like, what was that whole process? Like, I want to know that process.
Can we just try and get him on? I want to get into Nathan Jones' mind.
And he does a lot of like marathons and that, you know. Like he's
an interesting guy.
he is.
And
That would be good. I
want to
get
dive
Nathan
into his
Jones on.
psyche.
Same.
Bad. Real bad.
And he's passionate. In that
Yeah,
game.
I love it.
He ran up the fans in one of the games. Like ran up a couple games ago. I think it was Swansea. Ran up all the Luton fans celebrating. He's gone onto the because there was no fans below him, into the crowd, up in front of the Luton fans. Yeah,
That's what you want. I fucking
That's
love
a
Don't you
gaffer.
love shit like that?
that's a gaffer. I'm going all out for him on the pitch. Do you know what I mean though? If your gaffer's doing that,
Yeah.
I'll go into a chat. Like John Terry said it about Jose Mourinho. He goes, I would have died on the pitch for him. He said I would have died on the pitch for that man. How that's mental.
That is mental, isn't it?
Like he would have done anything. He'd
They
gone
whipped
into
you up into
challenges to
such a
break his
frenzy.
load. Like football's just a mad sport. Isn't
Love
that?
it. Love
But
football.
Sport. Frankie and Tyce's fight.
Yeah.
Smashed it.
I couldn't go just like we were saying earlier because
The
of the
house
move
and
and
that.
stuff like that. I didn't have the time to do
But
it.
nevertheless,
You
it
went.
was.
What was it like,
behind the scenes and
atmosphere?
that. Mate, behind the scenes.
What
yeah.
was it like
Obviously, I
behind the
weren't in the
scenes?
crowd, so I didn't. I only got the atmosphere when I was walking out with Frankie.
You walked out?
Yeah, I walked out with him.
What film?
Filming.
Oh, I want to watch that.
Yeah, I've actually had it. I'll show you it. Oi, it was an experience.
What
like
was
no
it
other.
like when you were in the ring walk?
Bruv, I was nervous, man. I was holding the camera shaking. I was thinking, fucking hell, this footage is going to come out all shaky. But just being in the changing room, yeah.
What was he like, sort of Frankie behind the scenes before
Calm,
a fight?
calm.
Really?
Yeah, just normal. He's still laughing
Was he
and
talking?
joking.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I would have
he's still
thought he'd,
laughing
because
and joking.
sometimes they get into like
Yeah,
a zone,
that's what I
don't
mean.
they?
I didn't want to speak. Obviously, Ticey's there, he's there, his coach. But the change room's not like a professional setting where you got your own room. It was like there was loads of fighters in there, like for their side. The opponents were all in the other changing room. The opponent's change room, actually, when I was doing a post-fight interview, Frankie, someone opened the door and there was a ping pong table in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
That's nice.
people must have been playing ping pong in the other change room for a fucking war, like for going out.
Maybe it's like just to calm your nerves, I suppose. I don't know.
But,
after you come out, just to fucking pass the time.
He was surprisingly like just a bit normal. I didn't want to say too much. I didn't want to keep speaking to him and ask questions. I just want to you do what you're doing, and I'm just happy to fucking be here. Do you know what I mean?
Behind
I'm just
the
in
scenes,
the corner
like.
like, yo, this is fucking mad. Then walked out with him, mental.
What was that like?
Oh,
The
it's just
ring
mad. It's just mad.
Because obviously there's so many people.
Oh, it's just everyone's
Charming.
going mad. It's just like, and I'm walking out and I'm there and I'm like, fucking it. And then I sat in where his corner is. Like, I was ringside. I'll show you the video, you'll know what I mean, but I'm there, filming.
What's it
filming
like
the
when
fight.
you're really up close to it? Do they hit each other? They
Yeah.
hit each other so hard.
Hard.
When you're right up
hard?
and it's right in front
Like,
of
they're
you.
getting down and dirty in there. Like, it was, yeah.
You can hear it. From...
Yeah, you can hear it. He battered him. Oh, he battered him.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Fair
a
play.
dominant. Same as Ticey, absolutely just.
Just obliterated her.
She'll be going for a title soon.
Do you think?
Yeah.
What, British?
You were saying that as well.
British title.
Well, I don't know what title, but like in the next year or something, I reckon they'll push her because she is good.
She'll get fast tracked.
So like, and Frankie's good. Obviously, for women's, there's probably a less pull, isn't there? But
Yeah.
But she said actually when she was here that all the fighters were in her weight class, like the decent.
Yeah,
ones,
she's
innit?
she's
So-
the most common weight class.
So
yeah.
but that would be good. Obviously, and they're pulling in 6, 7, 800 people. There was like there's loads of people there. Like I asked her actually as a question. I was like, "What's that like? Fighting in front of that many people? Because you're not really going to be that nervous when you're going in front of big crowds because you're fighting in front of big crowds and you're 3 fights in.
Yeah.
Like,
So you've already mentally done.
Yeah,
you're
you're there.
You've overcome that sort of hurdle,
Yeah.
fighting in front of loads of people.
Yeah, that's mad. But Frankie's coming on next Saturday, so that'll be out next Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm looking
'cause
forward
he's
to
going to Malawi and that, so we want to dive into the fight.
Yeah, we'll talk
Dive
about
into
that.
it,
We'll
yeah.
save that for
We'll save that for
next
then.
week.
Any films? You watched any movies recently? You a cinema man? I've
Not massive
never heard
cinema.
this man ever go like I'm going to the cinema.
I love films.
Mate, just going to the cinema.
I love it.
Come out and feel like all spaced out.
This man's a weirdo, and
You're a
I need him.
fucking strange guy.
I need him out of here. You're out. No, but I went yesterday. Watched Batman.
Oh yeah, I've never watched any Batman.
Oh, what?
No.
You ain't watched Christopher Nolan ones?
No, no Batman.
Oi,
No Batman.
you go home tonight. You put one on.
I've never watched
oi.
Marvel. I don't really
Oi,
get
the Christopher
Marvel.
Nolan. No, this is not Marvel though.
Is it not?
No, it was DC Batman, but the Christopher Nolan's ones are not even. It's not even comic book Batman. It's like a realistic view of if Batman was actually
real.
a thing, it would be like that. Oi, probably the best. I'm gonna say it for me, best trilogy.
I'll agree with that.
He's going with it.
The best trilogy
Best
out of
trilogy
any
out.
film.
Best trilogy out for me personally.
Definitely.
Even how it links up from the first film, like
Nah.
yeah, I think it is.
How do I watch it? The first two, obviously. This third one's in the
It's
cinema.
on Sky. You got Sky.
Yeah.
It's on Sky. They're all on Sky or
Well,
Netflix.
you want to
Something.
sort of watch them in
Watch them in order.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I watched the first one, second one, then the third one's in the
Yeah,
cinema.
I'll send them to you in the order.
But they're
And then
good.
obviously the new Batman's come out, and this is more like comic book Batman, like the actual comic of Batman. This is what Batman should be like.
Yeah.
And it's dark. It's dark. It's wet. It's rainy. It's like, have you ever played the game Batman Arkham? Like, did you ever play it? It's always like dark and wet and rainy. It's like that. Like it's Robert Pattinson.
Oh, is he Batman?
People were slating it. This man here said he hates him because of Twilight.
Twilight's good, man.
What?
Come on, man.
I've never seen it.
Twilight's actually
That is-
good. Twilight's actually...
About like,
No, I can sit and watch Twilight quite happily.
But gone to see it, and I'm 3 hours long. Big film, but it does.
You need a
don't lose
mid-session
interest.
interval there.
You don't lose interest or nothing.
Need a mid-session interval.
Oh, it's. I'd recommend it. It's good. It's real good.
I might give the Batmans a watch
Yeah.
you need to watch the Christopher Nolan.
because I do love a good film.
Christopher Nolan's probably the best film director.
Yeah. It's,
Him or
He did
Tarantino.
Inception.
I like. Yeah, Inception.
That's just sick.
Inception's quality. Yeah.
Interstellar, The Batman,
Interstellar.
Tenet,
Interstellar's unreal.
Dunkirk. He's probably the best film
That
director.
Dunkirk one, sick. How he done that one? Because
There's no
your
cutscenes.
caption on.
No, that's
19...
that's
1917.
He didn't make that one.
How we caption like one scenario and then you're passing the person who you're next gonna capture. It's just like the boatman
Basically,
looking at
yeah.
the same plane. It was
Basically, yeah, there'll be a scene in the movie, and the geezer's in the boat, and there's a plane fighting a German plane, and it's going, and then it will cut. So that'll be like a scene. Then it'll cut to people. It'll cut to people on the shore, and they'll see the boat sinking and the plane and the fighting. Then it'll cut to the person in the plane fighting the thing. And
Oh,
the boat's
right,
sinking.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he uses three things. He's such a good.
Three scenes, but
Three
everyone
scenes,
can
but
see each
they're
scene.
they're like interlinked. He's such a good.
Did you see that new one that he put out
Director.
recently?
Tenet,
I
good.
didn't see that.
Good.
I haven't seen
real
it, it's
good.
on
You
Sky.
will like it. You like Inception. You love
Oh,
Tenet.
I might watch that tonight. I've seen it on Sky.
Tenet's good. It's Denzel Washington's son. He's good.
Is he?
Yeah,
He's on
decent.
drugs.
He's in like a suit. Is he on drugs or in real life?
Not Denzel Washington's son. What's his name? Christopher Nolan.
Is it-
He's got to be taking mushrooms or acid to
Mate,
think of
how-
these films. Like, how he
have a
links it
mind
together
like
is
that
mental.
like-
Inception's like
Right,
mental.
That's how I mentioned.
Oi, and
He's on acid.
this is another thing why his movies are so good. Say, for instance, in the Batman, yeah, he's going over in the truck over these buildings, and he likes to not use CGI. He wants to try and make things as real as possible if he can. So they built a set, yeah. Say like this is they built a play set of the buildings, and they drove this truck over all these buildings, and they like zoomed into it. Like he does everything like that. He doesn't want to use CGI.
But I prefer shit like that.
So-
CGI.
So like in Dunkirk, when the geezer has to go into the water and he gets pushed in, they actually took a boat out, sunk it, and made him jump in like freezing cold water because it's natural reaction.
Yeah, that's how you really
natural
react,
reaction.
innit? Yeah.
like freezing cold.
It's real then, isn't it? It's real.
That's good. Peaky Blinders is back out.
That's tonight, man. I can't wait.
No, it's
Fuck.
tomorrow.
No, it's
Monday.
Sunday.
Is
isn't
it Sundays?
Sunday.
Mondays. I swear it was last
No,
Monday.
it's Sunday. It's Sundays.
Sunday.
I'm sure it's tonight.
You just watched it on Sunday. Monday.
It's
That's
definitely-
even better. That's a bonus.
I'm sure it's.
That's a
I'm sure.
bonus.
I'm sure it's Sunday. You know.
Sunday.
Hopefully, that's good.
But
But
fuck
that was
Michael
good.
Gray, man.
Oh, he's a dick.
Fuck Michael.
annoying
Come
is
back
he?
with that moustache. Get the fuck out of it. Get the fuck out of here with that moustache as well. You. I hate him.
Yeah,
Go back-
he's annoying in it.
I hate him, and his
the American
missus.
bird.
His
Oh,
missus.
She's so jarring.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael's an absolute idiot.
Yeah. No spoilers.
Have you not
for that
seen
one.
it?
I ain't seen the new one now. I've seen all the others.
Mate, you need to watch it.
There's only one episode out.
Yeah,
Well,
watch
you
it.
need to watch it.
That's what I just told you.
Because I'll just spoil it right now. You want me to spoil it for you?
I don't, yeah, go on then.
No, I won't.
No,
He's
God.
filming. What are you doing? He's trying to call the bluff.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
We're just interrupting this podcast for a quick sponsorship break. This sponsor is a sponsor we use ourselves. You don't get the best logos or thumbnails unless you head over to our brother at Ollie D Graphics on Instagram. He does everything, ranging from logo designs, illustrations, animations, and much, much more. Head over to his Instagram, shoot him a little DM, say the Fijian sent you, or the Ginge, he might even chuck in a little extra. With excellent customer service, brilliant pricing, it really, really is a no-brainer. All his links are in the description, whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening to us on Spotify. And now we get back with the pod. Thank you. Rain segment.
Yeah.
What are you doing the little thing?
Range segment.
Oh, big up Whitworth on Friday, mate. So
Yeah, Soul Call.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even,
Oh,
got to even
fuck
say
me,
about
yeah.
it.
I was there.
Would you there?
Did ya?
Maybe I had too much fun.
Point that.
Yeah,
to
nah,
you
you know, it was good, man. Sold out. Like,
Yeah,
it was
sold
busy
out.
in there, man. I was like, fucking hell. But yeah, nah, he smashed it, man. Fair play to him. You know, it's good for Dunstable as well. At least he's doing something.
There's something for the people, man. Keeping us out of mischief.
They get behind it.
Yeah, they do.
They
They
do,
do.
innit?
The less room.
Yeah, a lot of people go in sport. There's like a lot of people moan and say, "Oh, it's local. Like, it's this, it's that." But man, go support it. Like, yeah, it is local,
But it's good.
He had good people.
You're not supporting
going in there.
nothing
Yeah,
like shoddy.
you know what I mean?
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's
And you're
quite-
supporting
it's
a
quite
guy
good
from
market now,
Dunstable,
like,
yeah. But that's
expensive.
what, yeah, people just don't want to. Everyone's always got something to moan about, isn't they? So,
Yeah, we're living that generation.
that
But-
generation. But you know what I mean? Go to the rave, peace, not war. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
No.
we want peace.
I love it.
You know what I
But
mean?
what is
But
the rain segment today?
probably gonna go down crypto and invest.
going
We're
back?
not down crypto investing, you know, because I've had a couple of people
Shock.
ask me. It's weird.
I thought we were talking about penis pumps.
Nah.
Nah, that's why it might be one for a later day.
What was that?
Yeah. We won't get into that. But other than that,
Penis pump.
No, because it's a trending thing.
pumps?
It's a trending thing, brother, at the minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
penis
apparently.
pump up.
Just
Talk
on
us
YouTube.
talk us
now.
about penis pumps. real
Well,
quick.
anyway,
Apparently
we'll
it's a
get
trending
off of
thing.
That is,
honestly.
it's
Well,
trending.
pumping up your cock.
Because
Yeah.
it's something to do with. We'll talk about it. We might have to talk about it.
Nah, there is.
It
There's,
is-
yeah,
it is
there's
a
science
trending
to it.
thing,
Yeah,
though.
blood circulation. That, but
Spokes.
we'll go on to something else.
Spokes.
I've watched a documentary about it.
Have you?
Yeah, I've gone.
Spokes is going to test one out for us, and we're going to see his results in a month. Live show, instant. Oh, we're getting a new camera for the live
Yeah,
show.
before and after.
Spokes is testing one out for us live on Fijian Ginge.
No, I've had a.
He's pumping up his cock. Imagine
Live
live
show. That'd be so funny.
Miniature penis pump. Spokes is testing them out. No, but
They
yeah,
come in all shapes and sizes
but
for the unfortunate.
yeah. Stocks, investing.
Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna like go out there and just give it like, just say like this, you know, because maybe like sometimes I've said on the podcast, oh, like I've been doing this, doing that. Like some people have asked me, but I don't want to like portray the wrong thing. Oh, like get into crypto and just do this or buy this or like do this, because a lot of people, you will lose your money.
People have asked him about crypto.
Yeah, like I've
What,
had
since this?
yeah,
Since
or
Rain
like
segment,
doing,
who?
like, but
I don't know who, but
I
he
don't
said two
even,
people.
I don't know. I've had like three
Like,
people.
The man's trending.
Rain segment.
He said I'm an interesting person apparently.
Yeah.
So get me on more. Nah, but, yeah, nah, not that. Like go down how the road sort of. You know what's the saying? Like you can either teach a man, you can either give a man a fish or teach him how to fish.
Yeah.
Well, today's that day, innit? I'm gonna teach you how to fish. Like give you. Because you know what the problem is with it? It's investing at the end of the day. Like this crypto stuff, it's because the internet and social media is like you see someone doing this or someone doing or making mad money like this. Like people need to remember and come back to reality. There's no quick money. And even if these people have made money, don't get it twisted. You get some people that got lucky on it. They've made quick money. But a lot of the times, these people have been investing or doing something else, and they're knowledgeable in this space. And you're just seeing it, or they might be portraying the wrong thing, saying, oh, you invest in this and you can make a quick buck. That don't work. You know what I mean? A lot of the time, you're going to probably lose your money because you don't understand the foundations of investing. So, like, what was the book we read?
Andrew Craig, How to Own the World.
And that's how we got started. And that big up a guy, Liam George, he's been on here. Like,
Yeah, the physio.
salute that guy. Because you know what?
He didn't actually speak about it when he was on it. We
No,
should have spoke
and you
about
know,
it
and
when
he's a very good talker. But it's like, that's all it takes is one person to say something. And you, like, he told him about the book when he went through his physio.
Yeah.
He got onto the book. And then he kept telling me for months, oh, you need to read this book. You need to read this book. And I was sort of like, nah. I ain't reading the book. I don't want, like, I ain't read since school. I was like, I ain't fucking reading no book. Like, what can it possibly teach me? You know what I mean? But I was just being dumb and naive. And then I gave the book a read, and then it started teaching you the basic principles of money. not just money, like the history of money, and especially fiat money, how like inflation works and stuff like this. Because people don't understand this stuff, how inflation works and how it affects us and doing this. Like even all these sanctions coming out now, like we put sanctions on Russia and that, but people don't understand this affects the whole world. This affects inflation.
Is it affecting the market at the moment?
Yeah, this affect the market.
It does, because
It's
actually I
thingy.
heard something the other day where Everton have got like some sort of sponsor with someone.
Yeah, that they were saying
And they've
that on
took
the
like,
FA Cup.
and it's like 90 million. And obviously now he's got sanctions, so they can't now get the 90 million. So now they've lost out on 90 million. That's probably already been spent. They've probably spent that 90
Yeah, of course
million
they have.
already.
Yeah, but
So-
just
It's a knock-on effect,
us
isn't
just
it?
putting more sanctions on them. It just affects the the only people that get affected by this whole thing, even in the war with Russia and Ukraine, the only people that get affected is the poor and the middle class. Them rich people like Putin and all the rich in the country, they're not going to be affected because they understand the principles of money. They're invested it all over the world. They've got money here, they've got money there. The only people that are not is the poor and the middle class, because we don't really know about money. We're in that rat race of we buy the house, we get the car on lease, we get this, we're paying for that, we've got our credit cards, we're doing this. Well, we're going in a circle. What assets do you own? Yeah, don't get to, everyone wants to buy a house and get on the property market because they think that's a good asset. But a lot of the time you buy a property, you don't understand the asset. And you don't understand the inflated prices of how the costs going up and that. So you're buying something you really don't really understand, but you're just listening to the older generation saying, buy houses. But it was good to buy houses when they were like 70, 60 grand, like, because you could make money on them. But now the housing prices are so inflated. Like a lot of people, like I was speaking to someone ages ago, they were like, yeah, man, like I've got a 3-bed house. He bought it for like 300 and something. He's like, yeah, man, it'll probably go to like $1 million in a couple of years. But if that goes to $1 million in a couple of years, that means inflation's all-time high. That's like hyperinflation. That means that.
Put it,
Yeah.
put
That
it
means
this way.
currencies are going to start collapsing.
Put it
You
this
don't
way,
understand.
The flat, when I bought my flat, I won't say how much I paid for it, but now it's worth £30,000 more now than when I bought it.
Yeah, but that's good if you were making money off it. But obviously, you're going to just be living there.
Well,
It's
I'm
not-
not. But the thing what I'm going to do is I'll never sell it. I'll remortgage it, pull all the money out of it, and buy.
But you,
Yeah, that's
because
smart,
you're
yeah.
you're quite knowledgeable.
Yeah.
You know what you're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
with the
yeah,
house.
yeah,
And for
yeah.
people like that,
Yeah.
for
Stuff
people
like
that don't understand that, you can release equity of your house over a certain period of time, so you can take the money.
I
And
know,
then
but people don't
reinvest.
understand that.
People
They
that
don't,
don't understand, they just see it as like, that's
yeah, but they don't have to use the asset.
yeah,
Yeah, but that's
yeah.
the problem. You're not using the asset, and that's the problem. Like, especially now, what I've been learning now, how you can see things going, we're definitely going to become into a recession. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? People can't afford things no more. Like gas prices are going up, oil prices are going up, all the prices are going up. Like the only way people don't understand,
Price of living's just going up.
the price of living. The only way things go back to normal is what they call is a great reset, and that's when normally a recession comes around. They do say normally, well, ever since fiat money's been around, a recession normally averages between 9 and 12 years. And I think we're at like 11 years since the last one. When was it?
2008. So yeah, 12
Around
years.
there, 12 years. So that's when they normally come out. But that's just all for fiat money. You know what I mean? Printing.
14.
But this is what.
Give or take.
Anyway, this is where the book goes and it starts teaching you about fiat money, the principles, gold, silver. Because gold.
But isn't
gold,
in a recession? It's a buyer's market.
if you got
It
money,
is if you got the cash. If you see it as a buyer's market, it's a buyer's market.
it's a
But
golden ticket.
it's a
Because if
golden.
the prices
yeah.
drop, you buy, and then
Yeah.
it's a buyer's market.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
when everything goes back up again, you've made a load of money.
Yeah.
There it is. It can be.
But you've
You
got to
can
have
use
the
it.
money behind
You have to
you
have
to-
that, and you have to understand what's going on around you. Conversations like this, people might they might not.
Economics,
know what's going
yeah.
on around
Listen,
them. Now
like-
you know what's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on
yeah.
around
And you know what it is? It's not this topic. It's not going to be for everyone. But you know what it is? We just live in a day and age like you got to remember how much in price is inflating. Like you need to be learning other revenues of money. And I'm not saying you have to learn investing, but the investing, what it's taught me is it gives you. You know what it's taught me? It's taught me to believe. Like believe in yourself. Like you can do anything. You don't have to invest. You could build a business. We've both learned investing. I've took investing more seriously than he's done. But look now, he started look at YouTube, Fijian and Ginge. This is a business avenue. You're going down another way. Yeah, you don't have to do this, but find something that you like doing and do it. But also believe in yourself because you can do more. We're just taught not to do more. You know what I mean? You go to school and that you always look at other people and say, "Oh, I wish I could do that." Or well, you can do that.
can't-
That's the problem.
That is it. People do think, "Oh, I wish I could do that." But you can do it.
It's law of attraction.
You can just do
and
it.
that's why like a lot of people read the law of attraction. They're like, okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna start thinking positive. I'm gonna start there's so many factors in it. You've got to be doing it, but you've got to believe in you. Do you believe? It's all well and good you reading something going, oh yeah, I've read this and yeah, I'm gonna start thinking positively, but are you believing? Because your thoughts become things. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, what you think about all day is what you become. So what are you thinking about? Have you ever sat down with yourself during the day and thought, what are you thinking about? Because that's what you're going to become. And a lot of people don't understand that, but your thoughts become things. And it's simple as that. That's why they say, write down a goal, because that's exactly, you set that goal, and that's what you should be concentrating on, that goal, and doing little things and adjusting little things to get to that goal. Because that means you're thinking about it, you're doing it. So, yeah.
That's
was a powerful message.
That was a very bad.
That's what I say, like,
Spokesy's got tears, I think, coming
yeah,
down.
but anyway, like, yeah, this is what I say, like, just like, because we live in a time, just like, for me, like, you live in a time where the internet, like, it can just, it's social media and that, man. You're watching these people with perfect lives, and mate, they're taking pictures all year round of just certain places they've been to, and they're putting up a happy time. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like. Sometimes social media can be just a bit
poisonous.
It's a bit too much, man. I feel like you're concentrating on too much on other people. Concentrate on yourself. You're in your own race with yourself. Like, someone might learn something quicker than you. That doesn't matter. He's out the question. You're in your own lane. Stay in your own lane at your own pace in your own race.
Well, you ain't going to take him to the grave with you, are you?
No, that's what I mean. But everyone thinks like that nowadays. We're looking at Instagram and looking at these models. You're looking at this. Oh, I need to be like, I need to do. Well, you're just stressing yourself. Relax. Don't get twisted. I've done it. It's only human. It's human. You're going to do that. But you just need to relax, stop stressing and take things slowly and just do things step by step and having a good routine. You know what I mean? Like, your man come on the PT. You know what I mean? Change your eating habits. But don't change it so drastically where you're like, oh, like, it's too much and it's overwhelming. Well, that's the same.
Step by step.
That's the same for everything. Do step by step. Progress 5% a day. Okay, tomorrow I'm just going to do that little bit better. I'm going to change that. Okay, I might go to bed a little bit earlier. Get your sleeping right. Get your eating right. Train a little bit. Put yourself... Them sort of little adjustments are going to put you... They're going to set you up into a positive mindset. See that? And then maybe read a little bit. Because you know what I've learned? Reading's a superpower. I don't care what anyone says.
Knowledge is power.
It's not so much the knowledge is power, but you're reading, you're trying to get better. Also, when you're doing, but I don't know, yeah, there is just something about reading, man, where it is just a true, like, it opens up your mind more. Because, like, see, where if we go back to the law of attraction thing, you don't have to read it to become it. Some people are generally just good at in them. You see some of these people that do really well, they might not even have read law of attraction. They're just doing the right things because some people
comes natural.
It's just naturally got it. Some people haven't naturally
They've got to work
it.
for it.
Yeah, but this is where, like, you have to sometimes just shift your paradigm and understand what you're good at, what you're not, and just try get better each day. But that's what I'm saying, like, when we go back to the investing, learning that book, because it teaches you a whole spectrum of things. He's not, like, the book, how much it costs? Like £10.
£10. Sometimes if you actually got a Kindle, sometimes they actually do deals on a Kindle. Like, I made Bailey buy it when there was a deal. It was like 99p.
99p?
Yeah, 99p on the Kindle. Like, if you read for a Kindle, if not, just buy the hardback.
And you know what? I don't like the book, whatever it costs, even if you're paying it, that book, there's not a price you can put on that book, mate. It should be thousands, because you know what it teaches you, like, what he's trying to teach you and what he is teaching you is just crazy. And he simplifies it. Because when I first got into it, I never got into investing because I thought it was hard. I thought, oh, you have to be some real smart guy and you got to do this and you got to do that. No, I'm not saying I'm like some pro investor or something like that. I'm nowhere near from that. But I've got the basic understanding and the knowledge of what money is, where money, how it's started, how it's going and that. But yeah, for like what it costs, it is nothing. And it gives you that basic understanding. Then you can go from there with it because it teaches you like a fund account.
It comes back to the same thing like with your job, for instance. Like, I wouldn't walk into what you do, like garage doors, and start putting on garage doors on my first day. So it's the same steps you use for work. It's the same steps you will use for anything. Like, you can't just jump straight down the line because you think you're missing out or thingy. Like, there's never a good time to start or there's never a bad time to start. Like, it's all even. Like,
and to be good at it,
the best thing to do is just to start.
Yeah.
Just start. And that was my problem when I first started doing it. I was texting Liam about it. I was like, oh, like I don't know what to buy. He's like, stop worrying about it and just start. Just start. Just do, because all you're doing, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, this might not be the right thing. That might just
Yeah,
do
because
it.
you don't, and you got to
You'll make
remember,
mistakes on the way, and you'll
Yeah.
learn on the way.
And
But
you-
the best thing to do is just
you haven't got to
start.
like invest yourself. Because obviously when you learn the book, you're under like he teaches you about fund accounts. A fund account is they class that as your pension. So you just put away, say if you were putting away
Your wage.
Yeah, you put away. Say you wanted to save, I don't know. Say you wanted to put away £400 a week. And that's you'd put these into like, say if you had like 2 funds, you'd have a fund manager organising that fund, and then you'll just invest your money into that fund, and you should accumulate like a certain percent a year, yeah, per year, which you want to be aiming more than inflation. Say if inflation is at 7% now, really and truly you want to be doing more than that. But this is what it teaches you. But you don't have to do your own investing. But like I said, like that book there, it's sort of like that book there. I'd say it was for me. It was more of a wake up call. Not to just invest in, but to life. You can do more. Stop. We live in a life like you're gonna live around people that have got a capped mind. You boys might experience it on your podcast. You're gonna have your certain mates and that not supporting you. People that who are there for you not going to support you. Mum and dad might not even support you because you got to remember a lot of the generation have got capped minds. But this is the problem where you have to like come in and you got to believe yourself, believe in yourself.
Believe
You're
in your
always
product.
You're always gonna have people that are gonna drag you down, no matter what. You're gonna have randomers that love you more than anyone else, but you've got to believe, and that's like the main thing I'd say to anyone. Like believe you can do better. Believe you can do it. Just be better day by day. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Be better. That is it. Like the podcast,
tearjerker.
be
That is a
better.
tearjerker.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Hey, that's a tearjerker.
That is a
Yeah. So it's just
That was powerful.
That is the best.
He had the whole room. We've been laughing this whole time.
Yeah,
He had the
you
whole
just-
room
yeah.
in silence.
I'm quite a serious person.
That was
was quality,
he delivered that message. There was no like hiccups, stutters. Everything was clear. He believed in that message. He was
believed
giving out.
every
Yeah.
word he said. He believed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because you know
Which is- that's why it comes
That's
across
what's
as powerful.
powerful,
yeah.
Because we can tell that he believed.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
is the problem. Like
Man.
doing this. I watch loads of podcasts. I watch podcasts of businessmen, random people, doctors, this, that, like. And even though you've got small podcasts and you're not getting on the most successful people, and so that's why it's good because you're not getting on the most successful people because we've all got a story, and it doesn't matter who you are. Yet every person in the world has got a story, and you can always learn from a story. You can learn off anyone. You can take everyone that's come on this podcast. You could study every single person. Yeah, they might not be successful or billionaire or millionaire or whatever, or the most successful runner, but you can take little bits out of all their podcasts and the attitude they got towards life, and you can use that to incorporate in your own life. And that's what I think is beautiful about it. And like you said, when we come out of these podcasts, you have that like
Everyone's
You have that
amped.
energy.
you have that energy.
amped
That's
up.
why
It's hard to do them late because
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah,
go
you're
sleep
amped.
after.
You're
You're
amped.
quite like shit, man. I might need to go down.
But that's like-
I might need to go
like-
down to Fit Base and do some weights or something. You know what I mean? Shout out the boy Nathan else.
He's still waiting for you.
Yeah, no, we need to do. Yeah, we do need to do that. That
Wait, oh yeah, I went to the gym.
He went down.
I went down to
Is it
the
good?
gym the next day. Yeah, beautiful gym, man. And like I said, what the story that he's got is well.
Yeah.
Look at it from his story. Like you can learn. Like we listened to it the other day, but you can learn so much from that. And it's like now, it's hard to say, but now that I'm awake, like since I've like started reading, like I've read a lot more, and I'm awake within myself, like. You just pick the bones out of everything now, because you can look at these certain things and you're like, oh, you could take that and take that. Oh, you could see how we put all of that together and why it's worked, because you're putting everything together, and it's mate, it's surreal.
Maybe
mate.
we start a little like book thing. Or sort of talk about it, like maybe like one book a month.
We
or
should read a
something.
book each, like the
and we
same
do,
book.
and we do like
Do
a
that.
we do
I've
like
got
a.
a book people get on. This is from what's this? Bob Proctor. It's called Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life. And this bit, his name's Bob Proctor. He just died. Rest in peace, bless him, man. He's a fucker. But he studied all the greats like Elle Nightingale, Think and Grow Rich. If people ain't read Think and Grow Rich, that was another book for me to like expand.
That was a
your
good book
mind.
for me, especially with starting this. And I don't think I would have ever been able to Patrick Bet-David, Your Next 5 Moves, The Art of Business Strategy. That was like, I was reading it, and at the time I weren't doing nothing.
He's also got podcasts as well.
He's also got podcasts, Valuetainment.
Valuetainment and Patrick
and-
Bet-David now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And he's good, man. And I was reading it and I was thinking, where am I going to use this? When am I going to use this? I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to keep reading it.
Yeah.
Anyway. Finished the book. Next thing you know, like a month later, you're starting the podcast, and every of the values he put in there, it's like you just start doing.
And you can-
naturally, and it's
yeah,
like,
and you
it made
yeah.
everything so much more simple.
So it shows it does work.
It does work. It
And
does.
you remember, you might not get it the first time. Read it a second time. That Think and Grow Rich book, I've read that like 4 times, and I love it. And I love the stories, and I think I love it so much because it resembles with me. Yeah, I went to a dyslexic school. I've always had everything against me. Like I've been taught because I went to a dyslexic school and all my mates went to a normal school. I'm thinking, I must be dumb.
Yeah.
There must be something wrong with me. It's not. That's what I mean. That's what it. But this is where the school system I feel like can be a bit bad because you're not taught to believe. And that's the problem. When you start believing and you believe in yourself, you're capable of anything. You know what I mean? I was not as fit when I was 17, 20. Mate, now I'm running half marathons. Now like I'm doing things that I couldn't do. I'm reading, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You can do whatever you want if you believe. And this is where it comes down to, mate. Believing and being better.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
I want to clip this bit. This
We can
main
go
segment
right-
up and
yeah,
put it
mate,
out as its own
you
little
can
thing
go-
as well.
yeah, you can go
Yeah, because that's
loops, yeah,
big,
but
man. It's powerful.
It's
believe.
very
You
powerful.
just believe
Very,
and be
very
better.
powerful.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's all I got to say. Really, I'm done.
Yeah, I think we should.
Roll
Yeah, I
me
think
on
we'll wrap
done.
it up.
We'll wrap it on that. I'm thinking of some giveaways,
Yeah.
like a couple of these shirts, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that. What do you think a good amount of subscribers is to do it? We're on 154.
250, 300?
We'll say 3.
300.
So yeah, we'll say 300.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll put the colours back out because I'll announce it on thingy. But you got like the face on the front, and you got like the Curious Fijian. We're gonna make some Fijian the Ginge ones as well. We'll put some of your face on the front.
It's funny to get both your logos, your faces on
Yeah.
the front, man.
And we're gonna do some.
Ollie D is just, that is so sick, isn't it? Ollie D is
Shout
just
out to
goat.
boy
He
Ollie
is
D.
the goat. Isn't he?
OD graphics.
He
You would
is the goat.
have seen the ad on it. But yeah, nah, he is. But we'll do that 300. Just like, subscribe,
yeah.
share. Spotify, rate it 5 stars. Unfollow. If you're on Spotify and you got it, unfollow it, refollow it. Unfollow it again, refollow it because it puts you in the algorithm. We need that algorithm.
Yeah, keep
Apple
doing it.
Podcasts, same thing. I don't know if you can rate on Apple Podcasts. Do you use Apple Podcasts? You can rate. If you're on Apple Podcasts and you listen to us, rate it. Give us a 5 stars. It's appreciative. Yeah. Same as Spotify because I think at the minute I'm the only one that's rated it. I think I'm the only one that's rated it. That's what I'm saying. Hey, we taught this man. Rate it 5 stars, and make sure if you subscribe, hit the bell so you're reminded. You want to know when the pod's on.
I actually have got the bell, so I get a notification as soon as like one gets put out. I know when they're going out anyway,
Yeah.
but it does come up on my phone like Fijian the Ginger's posted,
Ding.
and it comes up. So
You get
yeah,
a little
definitely
bell.
do that.
So put the bell on.
Yeah, wrap it up. It's been nice.
So thank you for
First one
tuning
back
in,
for a while.
people. Yeah.
Cheers.
Peace.
Peace.